on a Saturday morning, this great fall, rainy, spring, ugly, stupid Ohio weather. But we're here regardless at 8:49 in the morning on a Saturday to talk Super Bowl. Burrow. Is he Joe Cool, Joe Namath, Slick Willy, Joe Willy, whatever his name was? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Bengals wide receiver room and tight end room compared to the AFC North. Coming up next on the Brotherhood of the Bengal.
Voices rise as one. Brotherhood of the Bengal. Till the season's done. From the jungle to the headset. From the huddle to our homes. Brotherhood of the Bengal. We are never alone. Scarlet.
What's up, dog?
Good morning,
Good
my
morning,
friend.
indeed. I don't know what's up with you today. You wanted to be out here with the Roosters.
I did. Got shit to do.
Shit to do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How you been, brother?
I've been good. You had another work trip, didn't you?
I got
you're
sick,
doing?
man.
Oh, that's right. You didn't go, did you?
And they didn't either.
Well, good.
Not good.
Not good. Maybe.
They all got stuck. All routes, flights got canceled. I had everything packed. Dog gone, kid gone. Woke up. Oh man, it was miserable. But I couldn't have got there anyway. Nobody could. So we did it all virtually anyway. Had to cancel. It was chaos. I felt bad for them. I think I'd rather been homesick than what they went through.
Probably.
It was bad all the way around. But we pulled it off. Good teamwork on everybody. It was awesome, honestly. Everybody came together and pulled through. Tired. Everybody was tired, but we did a good job on it, I think.
Good.
So that's how it goes. But here we are. We're ready. Got frog. It sounds like a bunch of gremlins out here. I think it's frogs. I hope it is. Hope it's not the alien takeover. The Pentagon keeps releasing all kinds of stuff on aliens. Maybe they're here. We got a lot to talk about, even though it is only the end of May, Memorial Day weekend.
It is.
Thank everyone for that, of course. All right, let's start with Joe Burrow is making waves unintentionally. He usually does when he makes them. I think it's unintentionally.
Sure.
I think if he tries to come out and be controversial, he can't do it. Like when he tries to talk trash, it's kind of the same way. So Joey B, sort of, kind of, made a Super Bowl prediction, Stevie Boy. Your thoughts on all this hubbub?
Well, he said that they got everything they need. So that in itself, without him coming out and going, yeah, we can win a Super Bowl, we're going to win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? He's as confident as an athlete as you're ever going to find, especially in himself. Oh, yeah. Awesome.
I was trying to get it to you. I knew he was going to do that. I was like, I'm going to get it when he was talking.
Caught that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
great.
good. That's
great.
Nice and cool.
That was for you, Uncle Terry.
That's for you, Uncle Terry. We know you'll be watching.
Like I said, he's one of the most confident athletes you ever find, especially professionally. He's got all the confidence in himself. And for what they went out and did this offseason, how can you blame him? We've said it a million times. This defense doesn't got to be top 10. But if they are a top 10, watch out.
One of the best teams in the league for sure.
Yeah, there's no reason that they can't go out and do it. We did a slight prediction. We both think that they're going to.
They got a Super Bowl shot, I think.
Sure. And if it's me, and the team done what they done and put the resources in to the team, they went all in. And he's going to back them. He always has.
Yep. Who do you think's more confident, Joe Burrow, number 9, or Uncle Terry? In cornhole, Uncle Terry in cornhole until things start going south. When he's on a roll. I might go Terry when he's on a roll.
I'd say Terry's right up there, brother. Yeah.
But if things go south just a little bit, like if he was Joe Burrow in a game, one bad pass, it's over.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Come on, Terry. That's what he says. He talks to himself in the third person of situations. Yeah, so it's making waves, Some people are dogging him for it. Oh, they got to win now. The pressure's on if they don't make the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. And, Florio and those guys, I don't watch much like you do or listen to much like you do, but I did see some bits on YouTube from Florio and Sims. Funny, I was trying to post a 2019 video, which I'll get to shortly, and there's Florio and Sims, right? Man, they've been together a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. But Florio's right in this, and, everybody always, we're lucky we didn't get, that kind of stuff, which we kind of agree with in this particular scenario. But he said thing is, man, they get in the playoffs. What is Joe Burrow in December and what is Joe Burrow in the playoffs? Playoffs. And that's right. He's dead right on that. They get in, historically, his game. I just wish he would start quicker. But like they both said, he just gets better and better and better as the year goes on. I don't know why. I don't even know if he knows why, but he does. And, they get in, which I think they got a great chance. If they're healthy, there's two things that have to happen. Burrow's got to be healthy, and the offensive line's got to stay healthy. Outside of that, I think there's depth in most places where they can survive. There's, one of the tackles goes down or Joe goes down.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if Jamar goes down, they could still survive. And if T goes down, they could definitely survive. But if one of the tackles goes down or Joe, it's going to be bad news. You agree with that sentiment, my friend?
As of right now, was they the 23rd? Yes. Unless they go out and get some kind of a swing tackle or they make a trade, which I think a trade would be more likely than them going out and getting anybody because they don't have much room. But I wouldn't rule out a trade. I would not rule out a trade. I mean, they did it for B.J. Hill years ago, and it wouldn't surprise me if they wouldn't do that. They are deep on the defensive line. That's one. I mean, you got Slayton or BJ. Maybe you can move. I don't think they'd move BJ.
It might be one of those later guys. You got guys out there like Jenkins, and then probably still you got. They're fresh enough in scouts and GM's mind because their draft year wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So you look at that and you say, hey, we might cut him, and then you're going to compete for him, or we'll trade him for your backup tackle, right? I could see that happening. The defensive tackles, which who would have thunk that, right?
Yeah.
They have enough depth in that spot to make a trade, but I think there's a chance that could happen.
I got a theory on the whole Burrow slow start. So he even said in the presser, he mentioned how teams changed how they played them from 21-22. They played more of that two deep shell, put everything in front of them. He says they need to take the top off more. They need to be more explosive. I think he's such a film guru, and he dives and eats and consumes film that he really he almost to a point is he knows exactly what the team is trying to do to him. So I think as these defenses learn their self, right, in the beginning of the season,
they're doing different things.
You know what I mean? And Cincinnati will be the same way. Al's not going to know exactly what this defense is going to do well, right? So it may take 2, 3, 4 weeks. Well, it's the same thing, right? You don't have that film. You don't have that. Plus, and then there's just rust, playing with rush coming in your face, playing with guys, coming around the edge. Everything's just so much quicker than practice, right? You're not throwing on air. Most teams, let's face it, defenses were a lot better than Cincinnati. So in practice, guess who they're facing? One of the worst defenses in the league. And all of a sudden you start week 1, 2, and 3, you're facing Cleveland, Baltimore, Pittsburgh. You got these defenses are just so much better, and the competition isn't there at practice to get them to that level. And I think that's a huge reason, multiple reasons why they struggle so much early.
Could very well be. Some of the other high-level quarterbacks come out firing. I think part of it, like Allen can run, right? So you're not going to be able to take away everything from him. And, there's probably an element of paralysis by analysis, right? Sometimes you can go too deep into stuff instead of just playing, right? I think he does that a little bit. As the season goes on, I think he loosens up and just plays. Hopefully, given how the schedule is, you need to get off. We say it every year, but they definitely need to get off to a better start.
Yep.
I heard some stuff here right before you got here that, of course, the Pittsburgh faithful are all excited about this, that, and the other. I just don't see it. Rodgers is back. I don't see it. And, I think it's a 2-horse race. With Cleveland, maybe lurking there, right? Potential wild card, maybe. I don't see it, but a lot of people do.
See it either.
I think it's a 2-horse race, even just for the playoffs, not let alone the division. So today we're going to look at wide receivers across the AFC North. We will start with the Ratbirds of Baltimore. They will start Rashad Bateman, Devontae Walker from North Carolina, and Zay Flowers, the best player on that group. Starting, of course, is Zay Flowers, and I don't consider him a one by any stretch of the imagination. Slot guy. Makes some plays, doesn't make some plays, disappears. If you give Lamar an hour to run around, Flowers will make plays. But in the true flow of the offense, it's bubble screens, run around, make a play. He's just not a top-flight receiver. Baltimore Ravens. That's what we got there. I'll go through them all and then we'll rank them. How's that, my friend? Does that work for you?
Sounds good.
I don't want to overcomplicate things for you on this Saturday morning. You're a little bit edgy, just a little bit. You're coming out of it, aren't you? Cleveland Browns, so much improved receiving group. I mean, big time. KC Concepcion, who, as you know, I really like coming out. Jerry Jeudy, I think he's one of the most overrated. Everybody, I just never. He'll have a game here and there, right? Inconsistent, between his ears and on the field. Denzel Boston, who I like too. I love both receivers, unfortunately, when they came out. Tylan Wallace used to be a Baltimore Bond, Tim, and just a bunch of yahoos after that. They still got Corley taking a shot on him. So, much improved. And then you go to what's up there? The Pittsburgh Steelers, who we love to hate. We hate them, don't we?
We do.
I hate them. I hate them with a passion. And in Pittsburgh, you've got DK Metcalf. I do, Pittman. I think they're kind of the same player.
They are.
I think they're both past their prime. And then Jeremy Bernard, I really liked him coming out. I think that's a good pickup for them. Roman Wilson's still hanging around, a bunch of yahoos after that. So, and the Bengals, of course, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. We'll see what Yoshi does. They need somebody in that slot receiver. I really wish they would address that. Had the opportunities multiple times. Instead, they took a swing on a guy like Colby Young. He's definitely not a slot guy. Hopefully, he helps take the top off. That's what they're envisioning with him, just like they did Jermaine Burton. I just don't know why you go take a chance on somebody when you don't have to. You could have got – and then Tinsley. We like Tinsley because he'll make a play here and there, but he just doesn't get separation, right? Mm-hmm. Charlie Jones, I think his book is written. I think he is what he is at this point in his career. Yoshi, maybe makes a step. We thought that was going to happen last year. It didn't. But, we talked about it. It's hard to evaluate him because Joe was out for so long, right? So maybe he makes a step. He doesn't have to be great. Just has to be good. You rank them, and then I shall do the same. The wide receiver room in the vaunted AFC North.
I'll start from the bottom first. I'd probably say Baltimore's at the bottom. I'd go Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and then Cincinnati.
Cincinnati won. I agree.
Yes. And, I mean, Pittsburgh, if you go just true, savvy, I mean, these guys have played a lot, right? I mean, they're going to be good, right? They are. I just don't. I mean, if they get hurt, they're completely screwed too, right? I mean, if one of those guys gets hurt, and I'm looking at that, what if Zay Flowers gets hurt? You know what I mean?
I got nobody.
So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. If one of the guys from Cincinnati gets hurt, you still got guys at that position that pretty much almost play the same position, whether it be Tinsley or Young, right? So don't sleep on Keyshawn Williams. Yep. They picked him up late in the year.
Yep.
He returned punts and returns for him. I think they got him off Pittsburgh's practice squad, I think.
Yep.
Super quick, not real big. He is a slot guy. Now we'll see what kind of run he gets. I think him and Charlie will probably go back and forth on kick returns and punt returns and stuff. But if Charlie gets hurt again, which he does every year, that pretty much puts him in that slot. Because right now on their depth chart, they got Yoshi as a slot and Charlie behind him. So then that puts Williams in that slot. So you just never know, right? He might start getting some snaps, and if Joe trusts him, you never know. I mean, he's super quick, dude, super athletic. So, yeah, that's Bengals number one. Yep. I don't think it's close.
Nope, it's not. I got Bengals number one. I got Pittsburgh number two. I think you take those veterans still over the Browns this year. In short order, that's going to change, right, if Boston and Concepcion develop. But, you got Metcalf can still play. He's just not what he was, right? Or their passing game's not that good, right? It's a combination of the two. And then, of course, Baltimore last. The thing about, I anticipate them using Chase even more in the slot this year. If Young can develop at all on the outside, they'll put Chase a lot more in the slot. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, we dogged on Colby Young because it was a horrible pick, but hopefully he proves us wrong and turns into something. But I don't see it happening, but I'd love to see it happen. All right.
But for as big as guys he is, and for him to run what he runs, and his yak wasn't awful in college. So, I mean, there were so many other options they could have done, and then for them to trade up to get him was really what they done. They traded down, trade up.
Yeah.
That's what they done. We just don't agree.
I wouldn't have picked him, period, probably. But all right, let's look at the tight end group. And by the way, the duo, when healthy, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, that is not only the number one receiver room in the AFC North, that duo, 1 and 2, is the best duo in the entire National Football League. Bum, 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 bum. The number one receiver group in the entire National League, combined with the number one quarterback in the entire National Football League. That should result in championships.
It should.
It has not. Maybe this year is the year. All right, we go to Baltimore and their favorite position. So Baltimore, in a league that is kind of transitioning more into a running game. We'll see. I don't think that's going to last very long. I think this will be the year. This is the NFL, and it's always been this way. This is not something dug in the current model. They all reverted to the running game, right? See Seattle, see Philadelphia. I think you'll see it transition back. These teams are kind of trying to go to the running game now, and I think you're going to see passing win again. And that's where I think it's going to hurt Baltimore. They are a running team. They can, if they can't run the ball, Lamar Jackson is pedestrian, right? He's just going to be, and they can run the ball, maybe, with Henry still. We shall see. But at tight end, they've got, of course, Mark Andrews. Getting a little age on him, not quite the same player. They lost, likely, to Harbaugh in New York. Durham Smythe they signed, drafted Hidnick. Solid group. Andrews still a good player. I don't think he's by any means a great player. Was he ever a great player? But he was a top tier tight end. He's not now. We look at the Cleveland Browns. We'll go to the Bengals last every time to review. The Brownies have Harold Fana Jr. had a nice year as a rookie last year. They lost Njoku. He signed somewhere, San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers. Blake Whiteheart, Joe Royer. I liked Royer, honestly. Mm-hmm. I would have liked to seen the Bengals take a shot at him.
Yeah, me too.
Jake Steele, Ryan Carr. So Royer, I think, will make the team. Fanon's certainly not a blocker, but he had a good year, right? They get caught up in, all the measurements instead of his production in college. And I get it, it was a MAC school, but he's a pretty solid player. Had a really nice year.
He did.
Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll reiterate, you hate him, I hate him. Darnell Washington, he's not quite been the player I thought he was going to be.
He's just so big. You got to get some kind of separation.
They don't
even
use
as a tight end.
But, when they do use him, you see him, he throws guys around.
He throws guys around.
And then
he's got to be wide open.
Oh, yeah. Freiermuth, he's okay. He always
he's
seems
about the same as Andrew. I mean,
maybe. He plays good against the Bengals.
Not as good, but still, he's diminished.
Plays good against the Bengals for whatever reason. And then the guy that I liked, I talked about him a little bit on here, Sharnan Mateer from Arizona State. They got him as an undrafted. That's the thing about the Bengals. They didn't do anything I wanted to in the draft. There were some guys I really liked. And teams always – it seems like the guys I really like, Pittsburgh and Baltimore, typically get them one way or the other. Mm-hmm. So Mateer didn't have – he had okay production, but, lost his quarterback from Arizona State. Had some injuries, some things like that. But he's a pretty solid player. We'll see how he does. And now we probably should have took a break here because we got to go over the Bengals tight ends. It's going to take a while because they got more tight ends than most teams have in the last 5 years combined. So you got Drew Sample still hanging around for whatever reason. Everybody likes him, and I'm not knocking Drew. He does what he does, but starting tight end he is not. So Mike Gesicki is really the starter, no matter what any depth chart you see is. Didn't quite have the year we thought, but again, Joe was out. Eric All, is he back? We'll see. Tanner Hudson, all he does is make plays when they play him, and they don't play him. I don't understand it. Somehow Cam Grandy's still on the roster. And then they drafted Jack Endries from Texas, late 7th-round pick, who I like. I like him better than some of the guys they got. But a lot of this is going to depend on, All's health, and I don't think you can depend on it. Multiple ACL tears. Played really well when he was healthy. Mm-hmm. Really well. Iowa tight end, another one. Gesicki, you got to get something out of him this year. He's, that kind of solves a slot role, really, if he can play. But, last year, I think when Burrow's in there and they're spread, Gesicki's really good, right? Mm-hmm. But when they go compact and, he's just a non-factor. He couldn't block you. No offense to him.
That'd be bad.
All right, rank them.
So this is a little tougher because the tight end position has changed so much. I mean, it all depends on system, how the league goes, the system, the quarterback, the running game. I'll rank these, and I'm going to put my 2 cents in on the tight end position. I'm probably going to go Cleveland at the bottom. Then I'll go Baltimore, Cincy, and then because of Andrews and because He's still a pretty good player, but I don't think any of the division has a great tight end room, right? I just don't. I just don't think they're very good. And you can't even really say between Tanner Hudson, Gesicki, and injuries. I mean, all them guys are. I mean, injuries a little bit more of an inline. He did a lot more at Texas, but I don't know. It's just I would probably say Cincy and then Baltimore. And then as far as the tight end position itself, they can go to a run game all they want, but the problem is the teams who's still going to throw the ball. If you focus everything on the run and you don't have, and you got to remember, back in the day, it was running the ball and having a good defense, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was part of it.
It was just as big as having a quarterback.
Right. So now you can run the ball all you want. If you don't have that solid defense and these teams are throwing and putting up points, guess what? You're going to be so far behind. And if all you're doing is running the ball, you're not going to be able to catch up.
Yep.
In third quarter, when you're down 2 touchdowns, it ain't going to happen. I think that's where unless everyone goes to a run game and then you've got a few, the minority is still throwing the ball, then you might be a little different. But as far as, no, I'm with you. I don't think it's going to stick because I think there's still too many teams that's got good enough quarterbacks to put up points.
Yeah.
And let's face it, the league wants to score points. So everything favors the offense. So it's not like it was back in 85, 87, 92. It's not like that anymore.
No. They figured you got to give defensive coordinators credit. I've watched a lot of film, NFL film over the last 2 months. You know why, right? Doing scouting reports and watching, training videos over and over and over. What's his name? Rob Ryan and many other the defense coordinator now for the Texans. So he's got a bunch of YouTube videos. Highly recommended if you're in that kind of stuff. So I had to watch all this stuff for things I was doing. These guys are smart, man. Burke's his name. Couldn't think of it. So they caught up. Everything's against them. And the defense caught up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the offense is it's cyclical, like we said. But when you get these high-level quarterbacks, Josh Allen especially, Lamar's not in that category because there's so many things that have to go his way. But Allen, Burrow, and these guys, Herbert even, if they unleash him, and both, they're going to score around 30 if you're running ball the whole game. So you're not as good at a team. You want to slow the game, and that's what it's worked. But I don't think it's going to work now.
No.
And the tight end, position itself, like you said, it used to be, you had, and everybody likes to compare on stats, right? Travis Kelce's awesome, or whoever else you want to, and he is a good player. Don't get me wrong. But Ozzie Newsome, Mark Bavaro, Keith Jackson there for a while. But you go back to Newsome's high level, Bavaro when he was healthy is high level. If they played in today's game, they're putting up Kelce numbers are better. Tony Gonzalez is putting up better numbers than Kelce
than what he did
if he played right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's a better player than Travis Kelce.
Sure.
And everybody wants to go over the stats, right? It's a different game. They're blocking all the time.
Mm-hmm.
These guys you didn't get the opportunity. They're not throwing the ball 35 times a game back then. So how do you get 10 catches, right? They can't do it. So it's just a different game. The tight end rooms, I kind of just rank them all about the same, and it depends on how you look at it. If you look at, I think the best pass catching tight end in the division is Fana Jr. already. I think he already is.
It's probably him and Gesicki.
Yeah, and then Andrews is right behind him, I think. Fryermuth and Washington, they're just that old school, a little bit tight end. The room itself, if all's healthy, I think the Bengals probably have the best tight end room, but that's a big time question, right? So injuries, I think injuries will make the team. Let's do that real quick on the tight ends. I think Sample, he's not going anywhere. Gesicki's probably not going anywhere at all. So they keep 4 tight ends, you think? And I think injuries will beat out.
Yeah, they'll keep 4. I think it'll be between injuries and all.
I think it'll be all Gesicki and Sample. And then it's between injuries and Tanner Hudson's what I think. I think Grandy's gone. Caddis is gone.
I'll do those 3. But I know Joe loves Tanner.
But it's going to come down to Hudson and injuries, I think.
Possibly, yeah.
They're not cutting off. He's healthy.
I don't think they – well, they would – it'd be close.
They're not cutting Gesicki and Sample. They love Sample.
No,
he's like Zach Taylor to the Browns. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, Tanner's always on that bubble.
Yeah, every year.
You probably changed my mind. Yeah, I'd say probably all, and then between Tanner and
injuries.
Yeah.
Given Hudson's age and his lack of ability to block, I think injuries will beat him out. That's what I think is going to happen, and Hudson will go on his merry way. Interesting, though, that the downside of the tight end group, as we talk about every year, if all is healthy, and I want him to be healthy, don't get me wrong, the danger of him being healthy is they'll go 2 tight ends with Sample and him and do exactly what we talked about we don't want to happen, is go 2 tight ends, heavy sets, heavy personnel, and try to run the ball all the time and play off of it, which takes Jamar out of the game, T out of the game. We've seen it happen.
Yeah.
It works for a while, but then we talked about it in person many times at the game. When they're in there, you know what they're going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just don't line up, or they keep one of those guys in, like Sample, keep him as a blocker. Now you don't have as many receivers in the pattern, right?
Yeah.
I think they're just way better off, a way better team, 11 personnel, 1 back with Chase Brown, and that's what you go with. You agree with that? I think they're way better.
No, they are. It's almost like I don't care if they know what we're doing. But if you try to do it in those formations to where, one, they're not very comfortable doing, but if you spread them out, you go 3, you go 4 wide, and just let Joe eat, I think that's when they just let Gesicki and hell, even Tanner. I mean, it's not like you can't do a 2 tight end set and have 2 freaking tight ends on the field.
Gesicki is slot, and then you could put all in as a tight end, a true inline.
Then you could do anything. You can take him in line, have him run a route, or put him in motion and then and let him sneak out into the flat or something. I mean, there's multiple things you can do to those guys.
There's several reasons, Burrow injury aside, why they're not explosive and everybody talks about they need to be. Because they just line up and say, and I said this for years, as you know, and the media finally caught on. They just come out and say, this is who we are and we're going to beat you. Okay. Like we just talked about, these defensive coordinators are smart, man. They come on and they're talented on defense. Sometimes that's just not good enough. You got to have some sort of spark of creativity to you, and Zach doesn't, right? It's just, here's who we are, boys. Let's go get him. And that's they got to juice things up, right? He doesn't have the creativity of the Kubiaks and all those guys, and I think they're going to have to do that to win, right? So I do hope all is healthy because I'd like to see what he can do, right? And he seems like we talked to him. Whatever was that last year? Last year, I think he was on that. Seems like a good guy. He's big, strong, catch the ball, old school tight end. So. Yeah, that's it for the tight end. It's going to be an interesting development there. It's that time of year, buddy. We're talking about visiting, formerly known as Paul Brown Stadium. It's already there, man. They're scheduling dates for us to get on the field. Me to show off my rocket arm. You to show off your mediocre arm. Me, my glue fingers, your okay fingers. Hand. You're solid. You're solid. You don't have hands like I do. I don't know anybody does, really.
Whatever.
I really don't. Personally, I don't think I know anybody that's got good hands as I do, honestly. It's amazing.
You're pathetic.
I haven't dropped a pass. I couldn't tell you last time I dropped a pass.
That's because you can't remember yesterday.
I got a great memory, too, on top of it. Said with humility, of course. All right, I want to look at something else here real quick, Stevie Boy. Let's talk about college football real quick. We meant to do this before. So I will have some. I've been away from the site, rarebreedscouting.com, but I will be back there very soon. I'm going to change some quarterback rankings, get stuff up. I'm probably going to put some NFL content on there. I'll do weekly picks on there this year. Kind of pressure to do all that stuff, but I'll do it, especially with the Thursday night game. Maybe I'll put weekly picks up on there, non-Thursday game. That's probably what I'll do. Or maybe I'll just do Thursday game because we want to do it for the paper. You got to have it anyway. It's a lot of work, right? I can scale it down, try not to be as analytical. So we'll do that, and I'll put some college stuff up there as well. Maybe on Rare Breed Scouting I'll have our pick segments and just put them there where everybody can see them. So that's what we'll do this
that way
year.
everybody can see how bad I am.
Yeah. Instead of us just talking about how much you suck, it'll be there for the whole world to see. Whole world to see.
I'm going to try to go next level this year.
You going to go worse or better?
Worse.
Worse?
Yeah. But I won't be trying to.
Yeah, if you try to, it won't happen.
It won't happen. Like, I'll end up, like, perfect or something because that's how it works for me. But, no, I'm going to try to be
let's win some money this year.
Worst in the history.
Worst handicapper in the history of the world.
Yes. I actually turned it on late in the year in college.
You got turned on or turned it on?
Turned it on.
Oh, I want to make sure.
But NFL did not. Awful.
Yeah, you did better.
It's awful.
It's tough. It's a tough thing. I won money last night. I bet. I don't even watch it. I just saw Oklahoma City was that underdog, 1-1. I'm like, I'll throw 75 on that +3. They were down 19-4 when I checked. I was like, damn. Turned back on and they're ahead at halftime, and then they just pulled away. $75, easy.
Did you see that Knicks comeback the other night?
I did not. I don't watch it.
Down 22 with like 7 something.
Really?
Unreal.
Is that against the Cavs or is that the round? Oh,
yeah.
Cavs. Yeah.
Unreal. And see, Mo Egger's a big Knicks fan.
I saw him talk about
that.
Yeah,
he's a big Knicks fan.
I want to like it, and I told my kid this, like, if the Cavs were this far along at any other point in history, I'd be nuts and just so excited. I can't even. I turn on, all I do is say travel.
I don't even
travel. It's unbelievable, right? And like Caitlin Clark, who is fun to watch. I can't even watch her. She trap when she's going sideways to get a three. That's a travel. Well, now they do European rules. Okay, it's
Still
a travel.
Yeah.
It's a travel.
European rules of travel.
Throughout the history of basketball until the last 5 years, it's a travel. All right, back to football. Let's look at the college. We meant to talk about this. I had a chance to get Ohio State season tickets. It's not good enough seats, man. I'll pay the price and sell them or do whatever and go to a few games, but not for bad seats. You know what would be cool? If you wasn't a candy ass. If you weren't. Ohio State at Texas. Saturday night game in Austin.
That'd be pretty cool.
I've snuck in that stadium before. Not only did I sneak in the stadium, I told you this?
You told me.
We stuck in the football offices and had a guy who used to play, so he kind of looked the part.
I'm calling the law.
You snuck in.
You can't do that.
You look in, there's recruiters in there with players. And they're like, hey, how you doing? But, my buddy's like huge. He used to play. He's old. They knew he wasn't a player, right? Just walking through there. He goes, yeah, this is getting interesting. Walk through their office, see their offices in there, and just snuck right in like we owned the place. That's a cool venue. I can't imagine getting out of there, though.
Such a delinquent.
Yeah, I've done it many times. But Austin's that's going to be a hell of a game, dude. Saturday night, primetime, early season. All right. The Ohio State University is plus 600, tied for number one to win it all. I bet you can't guess who if you haven't looked. You won't guess it.
Well, then I'd go ahead.
Take a shot.
USC.
You
said I wouldn't. I guess it.
No wonder you suck at this. Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So is that Derek Carr's kid or David? That's David Carr's kid. Is their quarterback CJ Carr? And I watched him and kind of discounted him because my buddy's a big Irish fan and he kind of discounts him. But I watched more of him. He's probably going to be a first round pick. He's not on my list yet. Think about how many I said were first round picks.
Like 8 or 9.
It's unbelievable. That's counting. That wasn't even counting Sorsby, right? So, unbelievable. Texas third at 650, followed by Indiana fourth. Isn't that amazing?
That is.
It's not Fernando Mendoza. It's Kurt Signetti.
Yeah.
Google him. And then the Oregon Ducks. So, man, oh man, 3 of the top 5 favorites are Big Ten teams, followed by the Georgia Bulldogs. The interesting bet down here, Texas Tech is all the way down to 1,300. If you had an inkling that Sorsby's coming back, they're loaded. If you think he's going to win the appeal, I don't think he will. It's June 1st. That's a good bet, dude. Plus 1,300. Ohio State plus 600. I mean, that's 6 times your money.
Sure, yeah.
That's not a bad bet.
This time of the year, you can get them higher odds.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. So, going to be interesting, folks. We're not that far away, man. You got 2 months from now, NFL training camps are opening up. The early college games are, 3 months away. So it flies by.
How the summer goes.
Yeah, it flies by.
It's cold for we know it.
Can't wait till we get a real summer here. So
hold on, it's already cold.
Yeah, it's 60 something right now. I do see a big orange disc in the sky. I'm not sure what that is.
What's that?
Yeah. Got anything else to add? We will be, if we go to Paul Brown Stadium, we will post videos. We may do a little thing outside the stadium like we did last year. We'll be in there in the locker room. He might ransack Joe's locker. He tried to last year.
I might steal some of his cleats.
Yeah.
Take off running.
That'd be good.
I think he wears like a size 10 or something.
Oh, does he?
They might
really?
fit you.
I'm 12, dude.
I had no idea. He might wear 17. I don't know.
I wouldn't think he weighed 10, but it'll be cool. The real cool thing is if they had the joint practice, that's where we'll really build it up. But, going to the stadium's cool, right? I mean, they've got some changes we haven't seen yet, some different things. You get in the locker room.
We get good weather, we may take a slingshot.
Let's do it. Yeah, we'll show you that. And we should be, by then, getting good weather. So
I ain't got to drive it yet.
You haven't at all?
No, weather's too crappy, dude.
Yeah. Can't really take it out because it's a chance of rain, man.
Yeah, I wanted to drive today, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't know. We got a couple days here where they think it's going to clear off a little bit. But
I think Sunday and Monday might be all right.
Memorial Day weekend. Don't forget what that means.
Beer,
and those that serve. More importantly, kind of a sad time if you really think about it.
Yep.
But we got plenty more to come. We'll continue to do the positional breakdowns. We'll get more into the college ranks too, and some bets we like there, conference and all that kind of stuff. We'll talk about UC and what they've done, Ohio State, their roster, more into the Bengals, Plenty to come on the Brotherhood of the Bengal podcast. Take us home, Steve Boy.
All slow traffic. Stay to the right. Peace out.
No, I know.